Welcome back to Luke's Properties YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I landed a rent-to-rent deal with zero money down. That's right, I didn't have to invest £5,000, £10,000 to acquire this particular rent-to-rent deal. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how I did this. But first, a little bit about myself. My name's Luke. 7.5 years ago, I started a rent-to-rent business with my last £6,000 in savings. Since then, I've turned that £6,000 into a multi-six-figure business, and I've used the profits from that business to buy a buy-to-let portfolio. And nowadays, I teach people how to do exactly what I've done. So that's a little bit about me. And just to back that up, here's some proof, just so you know that I'm not a fake guru. Here's my company's income statement for 2023. We did around £242,000 in gross profit that year. We still had some operational costs, but as you can see, our net income in January 2023 was £13,000. These screenshots are from this year, from my Metro business account. This is April's summary. We made a little over £10,000 that month because we were reinvesting back into another rent-to-rent deal. So we made a little less than we normally do. But here's May's summary, back where we normally are, at around £13,000 profit. So as you can see, I really do run a profitable rent-to-rent business, and my opinion is valid. So let's get into the video. So section 1, why this story matters. Well, in property, everyone talks about no money down deals. And the truth is, they are quite hard to find. They don't come around often. Your first deal won't be a no money down deal. I won't kid you into thinking that. But what I want to explain to you today is that opportunities appear once you're in motion. Once you've started your business, once you're building strong relationships with landlords, with agents, and also with tenants, with companies who have groups of tenants who need your accommodation, you can benefit from unexpected wins, like I did. Creative deal structuring can mean no money out of your own pocket, which is what happened for me. So the best thing to do is to start your rent-to-rent business now, get in motion so you can benefit from your own zero money down deals. By the way, guys, if you want me to help you get your first 3 rent-to-rent deals within the next 180 days guaranteed, then I'll put a link in the video description below. Click the link and you'll be able to book in a call in with myself. On that call, we'll work out if we're a good fit for each other and if I'll be a good mentor for you. If not, then keep watching my YouTube videos. I'm sure they'll help you. So let's set the scene. So back in 2018, when I started my business, I was around 6 to 12 months into my rent-to-rent journey. I already had my first rent-to-rent deal, which was a 6-bedroom HMO. It was a townhouse, and I had tenanted that HMO with a shipping engineer company because they worked very close to the property. They wanted to be able to walk to work from their accommodation. And when I met this company, they were actually living in a hotel and had been for months. So when I made them an offer to rent a house where they could all live together, they jumped at the opportunity, especially because my price was cheaper than what they were paying in the hotel, and they could live in a house together rather than separate rooms. They could cook and eat together and just feel more like they're at home away from home. So anyway, I built a great relationship with this company by delivering them a quality service. I even remember doing little things like my dad picked them up from the hotel in 2s and 3s and drove them to the HMO. We helped them unpack. Then we asked them if they need anything else in the house. We bought them whatever they needed for the house for them to live comfortably. So a microwave, toaster, kettle, cutlery, plates, all the things you could think of that would allow tenants to live comfortably in a house. We bought them cleaning products, hoovers, everything you could think of for them to live efficiently and comfortably in the house, we did for them. And by doing this, we built a great relationship with the company CEO, who I still speak to today. So we over-delivered with our service with this first house. 6 to 12 months into that first year, I received a phone call from Tom, the CEO of the company, and he told me that they needed accommodation for 18 more employees that were moving down from Glasgow, Scotland. This meant I had to find 3 more HMOs quickly, but luckily for me, I had been marketing for 6 months prior to this moment. I'd been speaking with landlords and making them offers, and I had the contact information of a particular landlord who had 2 houses on the same street as my first rent-to-rent. So I contacted him, told him my situation. Luckily enough, those 2 houses were about to be empty as he was going through a tenant transition. I met him at the property. We had a good conversation, built a rapport. I had already been speaking to him for months prior, and we made a deal. So those 2 houses were 6-bedroom HMOs. So that was 12 employees taken care of. I just needed to find 1 more for the remaining 6 tenants. I'd also been previously speaking with an estate agent based in Cardiff. They had 1 block of flats on the same road. Now this block of flats was the only property they had that wasn't located in Cardiff. It was in Newport. So they were quite open to working with someone who was based in Newport, like us, because we could help out with the maintenance, and obviously we had tenants to move straight in. So I agreed a deal with this estate agent in Cardiff, and within a couple of weeks I had found accommodation for all 18 employees. One property with an estate agent and 2 properties with a private landlord who I'd been chasing for months. The private landlord agreed quickly because of our existing relationship. I got the contract signed, paid him his first 2 months rent, and moved 12 of the 18 employees into these 2 houses within a week. Now with the third property, the block of flats from an estate agent, I structured things a little different, and this is how I done a zero money down deal. I actually got the shipping engineering company to pay me 2 months up front because the estate agent wanted 2 months up front from us. So the shipping engineering company paid me 2 months up front, which was around £5,200. I then used that money to pay the estate agent 2 months, which was £1,500 times 2, so £3,000. And then I used the remaining £2,000 to furnish the house. I got the furniture from charity shops and Facebook Marketplace. So the total setup of this rent-to-rent deal was paid entirely from the tenant's money, none of my own. I just sat in the middle and facilitated the whole transaction and made sure everything went smoothly. I didn't actually invest any of my own money into this rent-to-rent deal. So now let's talk about why this worked. Well, the reason why I could get the engineering company to pay me up front was because I had a strong relationship with them. I had provided them a consistent quality service, and that built trust between us. They valued speed, convenience, and reliability over doing everything themselves. I was the glue between the estate agent and the engineering company. They couldn't easily secure a company let in their name because they were based in Finland and they didn't have a UK registered company. Large multi-million euro companies will happily outsource and pay you to solve their problem, as they did here with me. So the key takeaways for new rent-to-rent operators are: no money down deals don't just fall from the sky, and they don't normally happen on day one, but they will happen if you keep moving forward. Relationships create opportunities. By building those relationships with landlords, with estate agents, and with company tenants, you can make no money down deals happen. Good service keeps you in business. So by over-delivering to the shipping engineering company, I was able to build trust, and trust is what grows your business. You need to be ready to act fast when doors open. Bold moves get bold rewards. So this was how I landed a rent-to-rent deal with zero money down. You can't wait for opportunities to come to you before you start. You have to start, build relationships, and the opportunities will follow. So if you want me to help you start or scale your rent-to-rent business, then I'll put a link in the video description below. Click the link, you'll be able to book in a call in with myself. On that call, we'll have a chat and work out if we're a good fit for each other. If not, then keep watching my content, keep learning, and I'm sure you'll succeed. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.